Our project is called Prospect. It's a client relationship management tool built specifically for university career services. Our team is made up of 5 computer science students, all part of the CS Capstone class, and our advisor, Marcia Bingham, who's part of the BYU Career Services. Our initial project was called Word Scenes. We were initially given this project to build an offline capable library capable of translating speech into various languages. For technical reasons, we had to drop this project. Because of the late nature of switching projects, we were given some flexibility in finding a new one. We worked with professors Rodham and Salido to identify a substantial project that we could work on for the Capstone class and landed on the idea for a CRM tool that career services could use to track job offers and companies that hire their students. We had seen various students and sources individually compile job offer information over the years for students and figured that a centralized software for this would be beneficial for both students and for career services. We went to Career Services and got connected with Marcia Bingham, the employer data and strategy manager here at BYU, and pivoted to our first iteration of our product, BYU Glassdoor.
Initially, we set out to build a tool for students. We were heavily inspired by the official job offer survey that made the rounds on Slack each year. As you can see, there was a lot of demand for this data, as well as a lot of discussion regarding how comprehensive and useful it was. Unfortunately, even with the students' best efforts, the data was limited in its usefulness because it couldn't be aggregated with data from past years. We wanted to build a platform where students could anonymously enter job offer data and see information on other job offers, including present and past years. We aimed to reduce the difficulty of knowing whether an offer is competitive and knowing how to effectively negotiate. We set out to build something that would provide a form for inputting offer data, allow students to see anonymized aggregate data to inform their negotiations, and be completely student-oriented. So the students would be entering the data, accessing the data, and so forth. Unfortunately, this turned out to be a bad direction to take. It was hard to monetize because students, being poor college students, don't have money and likely wouldn't be willing to pay to use such a platform. We also learned from discussions with Mike Roberts, the director of the Business Career Center, that negotiation can be harmful to colleges' reputations. They've had companies back out of relationships after students were too aggressive in their negotiations. And many students aren't in fields where aggressive negotiation even makes sense or is necessary. They're in fields where, rather than having 4 offers and trying to negotiate between them, they have 1 offer, or they're trying to find a place to get an offer. When we met with Mike Roberts, he showed us what the business school's career services department was using to track their job offer data, and he gave us some ideas for how we could improve on it. So this led us to rethink our problem. We decided that the career services department should be our payers, and that there are really 3 pillars of the career services purpose: the student experience, company relationships, and school reputation or ranking, which is especially important for schools like the business school where it's highly ranked. So we discussed ways that we could provide value for each of these pillars, and ultimately we decided to focus on providing data and analytics for career services to use to support those pillars, as well as a form to facilitate gathering that information. We decided to omit the student-facing data view interface. Moving forward, we worked with Marcia, who showed us what tools Handshake already provided for career services and some of the problems and information holes with those tools. This helped us to prioritize our efforts for each sprint, as well as the overall direction that our product should take. In addition, Braden and I conducted validation research as part of our software business class. This greatly helped us to improve our overall brand.
So we ended up building 2 web applications to accomplish our goals for this Capstone project. The first was a landing page. It's a public-facing page with a contact us form and a validation form that helped us to reach out to other career services across the state and ask them about some of the challenges that they're facing so we could work on building a platform that would help them. And that was built with React and Gatsby.js. The other portion, the other web app that we made, has 2 main components. There's a student-facing flow where they can input their job offers that they have received. It's a secure portal that students are able to log into and input all of their job offers, edit their student information, so that can get funneled into career services. And then the second part of that application is the career services facing dashboards that have views that allow them to see the different offers as they come in, as well as the students that fill out the offer input flow and see what students have received offers, what students have not, and what students have accepted their offers, so they can quickly see opportunities to help their students and counsel them. So we're going to move to a quick demo of the student-facing parts of the project as well as the career services facing portion.
School administration can email students a link to this page, where students will be prompted to log their job and internship offers. The students are at this point encouraged to review the privacy policy. But let's go ahead and log an offer. First, students are asked if they've received any job offers. We'll go ahead and click yes. The first questions are regarding the student's position title and type. Then, they're asked which company extended the offer and where are they located. Information about the offer's compensation details are requested next, with an option to add additional bonuses. In the next section, students can report which benefits the company is offering as part of the position. Finally, students are asked to identify when the offer was made and whether or not the offer was accepted. This provides invaluable data for school admins. Upon completion, students are asked if they would like to log another offer. Lastly, students are asked to self-identify. This demographic data can help administrators track hiring trends and isolate opportunities to get more of their students placed. This process provides all the data needed to power Prospect's functionality.
After students fill out the student offer page, school administrators can log in to view the individual job offer data in this paginated table. Administrators can also view aggregate data in this graph below. This graph shows the number of offers per employer based on the offers that are currently being displayed in the table above. This way, school administrators can compare the number of offers that students are receiving from each company. The table and graph on this page also have built-in sorting and filtering that the administrator can configure according to their specific needs. For example, if an admin just wants to view all offers that are full-time positions, they can add a filter to this filter box, and the graph and table will automatically update. If they wish to sort the offers by company, they simply click on company name, and the table automatically sorts by company name. Under the Majors tab, administrators can view information regarding each major offered at the university, including the number of students registered for each major and the average annual salaries given to each major. Here, they can also see a graph of the total number of job offers given to students in each major. This helps administrators know which majors are struggling to get job offers and internship opportunities. Under the Students tab, University Career Service personnel can view individual student data, including their name, academic year, major, and their current offers in this paginated table. This information can help career service personnel know specifically which students may need help getting a job offer. For example, if near the end of the school year there's a student that is a senior and currently has received 0 job offers, it might be a good idea to check in with them to offer assistance in their job search. In this table, there's also sorting and filtering just like the offers page. There's also an option to click on an individual student to view additional information about the student, as well as a list of their current offers.
The Companies page provides a list of all companies that have been reported as having extended a job or internship offer through the data ingestion process. Clicking on a company brings up a dashboard with several visualizations regarding acceptance rates on offers extended, as well as a bar chart showing hiring trends by month of the year. Being able to view this kind of data gives school administrators and career services employees the ability to better advise their students on matters such as which companies the student should target, when to apply, and what kinds of offers to expect, making Prospect an invaluable resource for these advisors.
So quickly, wanting to run over the technology stack. Like I mentioned, the landing page was built with Gatsby.js. It's a static website builder based in React. For the client, we use React for the front-end rendering library. And then our HTTP and data layer was a Facebook tool called Relay.js. It allows you to integrate React with GraphQL, which is what we chose as our API for our server. And then to do authentication, we used Firebase authentication. Firebase is a Google Cloud Platform serverless provider that we were able to use, and it's pretty easy to set up. On our server, like I mentioned, we chose to use a GraphQL API instead of a traditional REST API. It's a technology that we had all heard about and heard really good things about and wanted to get into. And so we were able to learn it and experience using it. And we all felt like it was a good choice for our project, despite the initial learning curve. Our server is just a Node JavaScript server hosted on an AWS Lambda function. And our database, we chose to use a NoSQL Dynamo database hosted in AWS. Initially, we started experimenting with a MySQL database instance, but that presented some challenges with cost. And since our project was not sponsored by a company, we had to foot all of the server costs on our own. And so we had opted to go for a Dynamo database and try to optimize our server for reads and writes to minimize the amount of cost that our database would cause us across the course of the year. As well as working on the project and working with career services and validating with career services across the state, we were also able to have a booth at the BYU career fairs and reach out to students here at BYU in the winter STEM fair and the winter career fair and hand out flyers and talk to them about the project we were working on and get a sense for their interest, and found that students were interested in knowing what are some of the offers that my friends in my major are receiving. For some students who their major doesn't particularly lend itself to a specific career, they were able to realize that they might have an opportunity to know what jobs are available to me in the major that I am pursuing. In conclusion, this was an awesome experience for the 5 of us. As mentioned at the beginning, our initial project didn't work out for several different reasons, but we're really grateful for the BYU Capstone program that allowed us to take our own idea that we were passionate about, find an advisor through career services, and make something happen. We were able to work in the space and validate the idea, iterate on it, talk to customers, and it was a really, really awesome experience for us in our final year here at BYU. Moving forward with the project, Justin, one of our team members, will continue to work on it. And we're hoping that next year, a future Capstone group will be able to take on this project and work with Justin as a technical advisor and Marcia with career services as a customer advisor to be able to continue to work towards the vision of building a CRM for university career services. And that's our Capstone project. Thank you for listening.